This video lesson will cover how to create class-level styles and ID-level styles in CSS. We have already covered how to create style rules for specific tags in CSS. However, this is not always useful. What if we want to have a certain div tag have one style and another div tag have another style? If we want this to happen, using a tag level style would not be very beneficial, since putting a style on a div would affect every single one of those divs. Instead of creating styles just using tags, we can also create style rules inside of containers called classes and IDs, and then tell specific elements which of those styles to use by using an attribute. Highlighted here is an example of a class level style. We know this is a class level style because the name starts with a period. Other than the name starting with a period and having a unique name, everything for the style follows the same rules that we've already seen. There are a list of styles, each one having the same format: the rule name, a column, the value of the rule, and a semicolon to end it. And of course, all of the styles are between one set of curly braces. Down in our body, we see that we have a div with the attribute class equals. This tells this div that the style rules we want to use for it are in the class called purple column. And again, we know that purple column is a class level style because it starts with a period. We can see our page on the right has all of these styles: a specific width of 30%, a height of 200, color of white for the text, and a background color of Rebecca purple. Whenever we create a class level style like this one, we create a set of style rules that are meant to be used in more than one place on the page. We can create multiple others divs using this same class level style. We see here that these two divs we've created use the same class level style, purple column. Another type of style rule we can create is an ID level style. ID level styles work the same way the class level styles, except they have a different bit of syntax. Instead of having a period in the front like a class level style, an ID style starts with a £sign or a hashtag. Other than this small difference, creating an ID level style works the same way. We use a set of curly braces and all of our individual style rules between those curly braces. We apply the ID level style in a very similar way as well. Here we have an ID level style applied to another div. Just as we used class equals for class level styles, we use the attribute ID equals for ID level styles. Everything else works exactly the same. However, the big key difference between an ID level style and a class level style is that ID level styles are meant to be used only one place in the code, which means only one element should have an ID style applied to it, whereas class level styles can be applied multiple places. As we reload our page, we see we now have both styles at work in different divs. Our div called MainBox has a background color of gold and blue text, while our three other class level divs apply the styles listed under the style purple column.